Gusher, and I have on my audition couch today Ophelia Pop-Tart returning back to us.
I'm here.
She's here. And we're all queer. And we have Miss Lucy Risqué again.
Hi.
Yes. This time it was actually planned, and it was like, we're going to talk about X, Y, Z, and it wasn't like, get on this couch, you're doing this. Yes, so thank you both for being here.
Of course.
I put on my night shirt with no underwear and everything just for you.
I too have no underwear.
I mean, no, and yeah, and my nipples are always in charge.
High five.
Yeah.
I'll talk up to your nipples later.
You're going to high-five the nipples later.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good game. Good game, sport.
Good game.
Yes. I have our butt shirt on.
Yep.
That we got while in Myrtle Beach.
Summer of Sluts 2024.
Yes.
Graphic made by moi.
Yes. Yes. Our graphic design team at Slut Life brand, Ophelia Pop-Tart, created this design, and we went to Myrtle Beach and we went to a stand and we told the guy what we want, and like me and Ophelia were on the same page.
Like, it was an airbrush artist, and we were like, man, we're gonna go to Myrtle Beach, we're gonna get these airbrush shirts, but like let's get that butt photo that I put together on the shirts. And I'm like, it's got this cool like pink background, and he can like use the airbrush and make the background and then print the picture on there. And instead we just got a picture. But also I also
a weird white frame that's not even
right.
He's not even
But also the fact that those shirts took him 45 minutes to make 3 shirts.
Yeah.
Or 4 shirts. Was it 4 shirts? It took him 45 minutes. Bro, I could have made that, which originally that's what I was going to do.
I'm talking about what you were actually talking about.
Oh,
because
yes.
Instantly, once you just said it again, because you told me earlier, but now that you said it again, and I looked, I was like, oh, I get
how
what
hard
you meant.
that would not have been hard.
It literally was not that
No.
hard. And if it would have took more time, just say that. I'll come back later.
But also, I also decided I was going to get an airbrush tag from the front of my car.
Oh man, y'all.
I just wanted a pink tag that said Pop-Tart on it.
Okay. So pause. I'm going to jump in.
I was not high at the time either, I don't think.
We, again, understood what she was ordering when she was ordering the plate. So when me and Cherry ran inside to get it so that Ophelia and Daddy Gusher didn't have to park her car, they could just circle around. When he showed me the plate, there was a softball, baseball on there. And I said, what? Since when does she care about baseball? And Cherry went, yeah, I think she said something about liking baseball. And honestly, I went, I don't know my best friend. What the fuck?
I don't know my hetero life partner that well after all, I guess.
Like, she likes baseball? So when she saw it, she was also like,
what is this? What is this? And I remember the guy, like I pointed to the tag that had the baseball on it because it was pink. And I was like, I want a pink tag like this that says Pop-Tart in black. And I remember him asking me what number the image was. And I gave it to him, but I thought he was talking about the plate. So I had no clue when they showed up with this baseball. I was like, that motherfucker put the fucking baseball on there too. And so now I'm like, now I have a tag for my car with a baseball that says Pop-Tart on it. So I'm just going to have to cover it with stickers.
Or is there any baseball fans out there who would like to purchase
would like to purchase?
And maybe you can sign
I will sign the back of it. I'll
take
put
some
a little
custom photos.
I'll take some nudie patooties for you holding it. Hit me up.
Yes.
You can go
want
to
it?
a Knights
Hit me up
and see how many Knights players you can get to sign it, and you sign it.
No, I don't want to do that. That's too much work.
It's a fun work though.
Is it?
No, it's not.
No?
Baseball?
No, it's not.
You know what? To be fair, my first and last baseball game that I gave a fuck about, which made me hate baseball from then on, was Tony Gwynn's last baseball game at the San.
I don't know who that is, and that tells you how much I like baseball.
He was a San Diego Padres player.
I have no clue.
Back in like early 2000s.
No clue.
2000s. This is back in 2001.
No clue.
And he was like a really great San Diego Padres baseball player. And it's why I like baseball, but it was his retirement game that we went to, and it was his last game in San Diego. But my mom was pregnant with my baby sister, and we were out there, and it's San Diego. And if you've never been to San Diego, it is dry heat in California. And there was no sun shade or anything. So we're sitting in the blazing sun from morning until who knows when in the afternoon with a pregnant mom. And after a while, my grandma was like, let's go. We're sitting too long in the sun. Your mom, blah, blah, blah. And literally, as she unlocked the fucking doors to the car, click, introducing Tony Gwynn. And me and my uncle just looked at each other, and we looked at her, and we looked at the stadium, and we looked at her. And she knew she fucked up. And since that day, I have never given a fuck about baseball. I've never followed it anymore. I don't even remember the rules. And I literally, said fuck baseball because of that.
I mean,
that was my first ever baseball game, which was his last retirement game. And it was the reason why I fucking hate baseball now, because we missed him. We stayed there the whole time for him.
Here's the thing. TBH. I'm not really a sports person, but if you're going to put a sports ball on a tag, God, and fuck, give me a football. I'm actually a football fan.
I fuck with football.
Yeah.
I'll watch it.
I'll take, if that was the football, I'd probably just keep it and just be like, well, whatever. I mean, literally, I have T-shirts that say, all I need is football and mascara. I like football, but a fucking baseball on a yellow baseball on a pink license plate, and not just pink.
Like baseball caps.
I mean, it's like hot pink.
Pink. Yeah.
It's ridiculous. Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So, all right. Well, let's literally dive
Let's
into
dive
today's
in.
topic.
Let's dive into the water feature.
Yes.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah. So in Vegas, I got another tagline. Apparently, I am the brick house of burlesque with a water feature.
She is the brick house of burlesque that has her own water feature.
There you go.
Period. As she should be.
So if that doesn't tell you what our topic is, I don't know what to tell you, but it's
This might not be the episode for them.
Squirt. Yes. So I put out there in the world, and I was like, oh my God, where's all my squirters? I'd love to talk to a squirter. And Lucy slid in and was like, hi. And I was like, oh, word.
Oh, you too.
Oh, okay. She wet. And then she posted this video on her OnlyFans.
I forgot about that fast.
And I was like, oh, word.
Do you know what? I just want to say, too, that I enjoy being on a couch in a room full of my fellow OG OnlyFans havers.
Yes.
Yes. When did you start yours, Lucy?
Oh, since 2017.
Okay, so
yeah.
we started ours in 2020 when the pandemic started.
No,
But
I've been
even
since
I love
2017.
it. But even in 2020, we're OG OnlyFans havers.
Yeah.
Like it's really weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, all of our parents died, and we went.
Oh, here's my butthole.
Here's my butthole. Pay me to see my butthole.
Yes.
Anyway, so yeah.
So, I'm a squirter.
I'm a squirter.
I am not a squirter. However, I have always wanted to be a squirter. I enjoy it. I find it sexually appealing, and I have, did the research to figure out how to do it. And I think I just,
You're right there.
I'm there.
I'm gonna call you our sit, our squirter
in training. Okay, so I'm there. So I'm joining the podcast as a wannabe,
Yes.
but also like I feel like we were talking about this, and we'll get into this later. But I feel like also what you said, everybody can do this.
Yeah.
It's a bodily function. You just have to train your body to do it.
Yes. Yes.
Some people just do it naturally,
Yeah.
and some people
Yeah.
have to train their bodies to do it.
And some you're going to get it if you do it this way for this person. All our bodies are different.
Yes.
Yeah. But I am a every time squirter. It doesn't matter if I'm coming, and I do not achieve the like full body orgasm until I'm like
Releasing.
holy, like
Yeah.
multiple orgasms in,
Yeah.
until I get to the like I literally cannot produce any more fluid, and now my body is just
Dehydrated.
yeah.
Literally.
Yes. Yeah. So I don't know if that's good or bad.
I don't think there's a value judgment to that.
There's not. There is still things that I'm working through with it, and we can dive into that in a little bit about the misgivings of squirt.
I would also
Misgivings. What do you mean by misgivings?
like to say though that with this conversation, whether you do it, whether you don't do it, there is no ethical or moral or value judgment on that. So it's
Are you
having
sensual
consensual sex and having fun?
yes.
Are
that.
you experiencing pleasure the
Yes.
way that your body allows you to experience pleasure, and there's nothing wrong with that?
Yes.
Absolutely.
So I just wanted to say that.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
a shameful thing.
It's not a shameful thing at
No
all.
Shame
It's not
of it. It's
because
not.
as women we're taught from a young age to feel
Everything
shameful
we're
of our body.
shameful.
Anyway,
Yes.
oh my God, if you're
Yes.
squirting every time you have sex,
You're having a period. It's fucking bad.
you're peeing.
So, Lucy, are you a every time squirter, or is there certain things that get you there, or
So I'm not an every time squirter. I will get very wet, but I am not an every time squirter.
okay?
I'm very much a stimulated squirter. And it really depends on the person that I'm with. I've been with some partners, which when I say some, it's like very rare, like maybe 2 or 3 that can like actually find the spot and stimulate it. I've had probably just one partner, maybe 2, that they know what to do during full session, where it's just, to be fair, the one partner, there was also other elements attached to the squirting. But I'm very much a stimulated squirter.
Yeah.
I like having the clitoral stimulation and the penetrative for the most part, and that definitely helps like get it going and keep it going. Now, depending on what's going on, who I'm with, and the situation, they can continue to stimulate, and I will continue to squirt, and just like you said, like
keep
to
going.
keep till I'm dry. And then there's some where it's just like, you know how to stimulate enough to get right now an immediate little rush, but after the immediate rush, like, okay,
We're done here.
this is cute.
Yeah.
This was cute. Next.
I will say the closest I've come to squirting was after, like, in one session, several orgasms back to back to back. But it all is also the clitoral stimulation as well as
Yeah.
penetration and then clitoral.
Yes.
Over and over and over and over. And then I'm like, is this happening? Is this happening? Is this happening? But yeah, that's the closest. Yeah. And it's definitely not, there's, like you said, there's definitely lots of wetness there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway.
Like, I
But-
have that vaginal lubrication,
Oh.
wetness. It's a go.
Do you know, that's also something when I was younger, I felt very ashamed of.
Being wet.
Yes.
Having
why,
having natural wetness.
Because why are my underwear always like
Why
this?
are my underwear always wet?
Even now, as an adult, there's times where I'm like, is there something wrong with
No,
me?
but that's the
Because
thing.
Why is it
But
so wet
It's
sometimes?
because we were also taught
Like,
as
I'm
girls
so
and
wet.
women not to talk to each other about this stuff.
Exactly.
True. We were told it's unbecoming of a lady.
And see, but once you talk to other women, you go, oh, okay,
Wait,
well,
you do
I'm-
this too?
I'm normal.
Yeah. I
Like,
just
we all
assume it's part of the vaginal shedding.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It totally is.
So
It's the vaginal
It's
life
also-
cycle.
yeah.
It's also not unnatural. It also, you are going to have a natural smell with that. You are going
It
to
does not smell like water.
It does not. No, it also
We
doesn't
want it
smell like
to.
fucking fish.
bro, I
Get over
if
your
it does
fucking
smell
self.
like fish,
truly do
you
enjoy
might
the smell
want
of
to
pussy.
still check that though. No, that's a valid thing though, because if it does smell like certain things, you still want to make sure that you're checking these
I
because
agree.
different scents do mean things. That is
They
why
do.
it is important for it to have a scent because different scents do mean different things.
I'm talking-
like you notice
Yeah.
when you're on your cycle what it smells like
Yeah.
when you're actively in the middle of your cycle versus before it comes,
Yes.
that week or two before it comes on, what it smells like versus when it's on versus that week or two as it's coming off versus when you're not at all on. It's all
It's
that
all
that alone
different.
is 3 different smells
Yes.
as it is. And that's your regular maintaining. So when you're doing things outside of the cycle on top of that, and then if you want to go into the sexual nature of being able to squirt and do all these different things, yes, it's going to play a,
I'm-
plays a
absolutely.
role.
I'm more so talking
a
about men's presence. I mean, they're, I can't think of the word, you guys, but you know, they're, or she smelled like fish. Go fuck yourself.
That because that
Assumptions.
it still
Yes.
it still goes back to the ignorance of it all. Because
Ignorance.
if you won't teach
does.
us, then you're damn sure not teaching them.
You're not teaching boys.
No.
Anyway,
You know,
sorry, I got off on a tangent. But
No,
yeah.
No,
no.
the tangent matters because
does.
then
It
it goes
does.
back to the squirt. Because if I do squirt and it's off, well, motherfucker, there's a lot of things that we need to discuss.
But
here.
also,
Yeah.
it's not shameful. Just like our bodily fluids as women that we have aren't shameful. The way that we experience pleasure isn't shameful. The way that each individual woman experiences pleasure isn't shameful. So yeah, it's just that general. You know, this is it's a bigger issue in our society that women aren't taught that these things are natural and okay.
exactly.
Yeah. I actually learned that I could squirt at an early age, and like an early age.
How old were you?
Y'all started watching porn in the single digits.
Oh yeah, well
Okay.
same,
Same.
Okay.
Yeah.
About single.
Okay.
Yeah.
Single digits.
Woo.
Woo.
And
I
I
mean-
find that that's actually very common
It's
for
very
a
common.
lot of sex workers. Is we discover sex at an early
Yes.
age, rather because we were forced to discover it at an early age, or because
We were just
Our
curious.
yeah,
Curiosity,
curious. Yeah. So yeah.
Or it might have been a little bit of both.
Yes, I want. That's what I was
Yeah.
gonna say. I was
Yeah.
like, you discover it, and then you go, well, okay,
Yeah.
what is this? Okay,
Right. What am I experiencing right now?
This
Yeah.
is not something that I'm supposed to be experiencing right now, but I kind of like it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's a thing. That's a thing. That's a thing I process.
Oh, yeah.
I process a lot. Like
Yeah. I don't.
I shouldn't have experienced that, but now that I realize
but
I
I
did,
did.
that's what opened the door
It is. It
to
is.
the things.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the first time I squirted with a partner, he immediately was like, "Oh my God, did you just pee on me?" And I'm like,
That's
no.
How old were you guys? How old was he?
Teens.
Like 13, 14, 15.
15, 16.
Yeah.
He did. And like,
But at that age, you don't know.
because I've only ever done that myself.
But also, we're only children, so like
Yeah.
we have no siblings. We have no other women in our homes besides our mothers, who definitely ain't talking to us about that.
wait, to this
So-
day, you're both only siblings.
Yes.
Well, actually, yes, we are each other's
Well,
only siblings.
Yeah,
Yes.
I feel like like I have siblings, but I'm the oldest, so it kind of still
It's kind of the same when
it's
you're the oldest.
same.
Yeah.
We're
Like,
only children.
I'm setting the precedent for everything.
Yeah.
No.
No, but we were only
Good or
children.
bad.
But, you know, our parents weren't talking to us about sex.
No.
I mean, all my mom talked to me about was my period.
For the
I
most
knew-
part, yeah.
You know, but no,
I had
but
the period talk, but that was
have
about
the,
it. I didn't
you
have
have
the
the
sex
period
talk.
talk, and this is how you don't get pregnant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But as far as like experiencing pleasure as women or the functions that our bodies do, my mother never told me that discharge was normal.
Yeah. I didn't have those conversations. I had the
So-
period talk, and that was about it.
That was it.
Yeah.
That was it. A period. This is going to go through. Da, da, da.
But you know, I'm sure men and boys don't either.
Oh,
They
yeah.
don't.
Yeah.
And it's there's no clue. There's such a misunderstanding in our society between men and women and kind of what we experience and how we experience it differently, but how we experience it alike, and how we can work with each other to experience it together in a consentful, pleasurable way.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
I think we're getting better at it. I think the younger generations are going to be better at this than we were. Because our society is more open now.
Yeah. Look, we had to walk so they could run.
That's true.
And their babies are going to fly. And
I hope so.
I
I'm
hope
ready.
I'm here to see it.
I am too.
I hope I'm here to see it, man.
Like, I know that these boomers are all like, these kids. I'm over here like, fuck yeah,
Yes.
these fucking kids,
Yes,
man.
they're doing
fucking
it.
do it. I'm
Okay,
excited.
getting back on track. Lucy, when did you first discover that you could squirt?
I had to be like between 17 and 19-ish, around there. Maybe 17, 18. And an encounter, and someone else actually did it, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna show you how," and I was like, "Wait, what?" He's like, "Just lay down, relax, just let me do this. I got you. Whatever you feel, let it go. It's cool. Don't worry
I don't know
about
who these men are that you're fucking, but oh my God.
I don't know. He was shit. But
But that sounds like a nice experience.
At the time, like, because like that was where we were at the portion of the night. He was like, I want to make you squirt. And I was like, what are you talking about? What the fuck? He was like, yeah, no, I want you to squirt. Like, so
How old
I'm gonna
was
want
he?
you to lay I want you to lay back.
We don't ask this question.
How old was he?
He's like, I want you to lay back and just enjoy it and just relax and don't worry about the blankets and shit, because that was my thing. I was like,
Yes.
I'm gonna make a mess. Oh my god, you know, embarrassment. And he's like, don't worry about it. It's fine. Whatever comes out.
That's a
That
man
is
that
so fucking hot.
Whatever comes out,
look.
it's fine. And he didn't even, he used his fingers. Like, he didn't penetrate. Well, we had already fucked, but by
That's
this
a man that
time,
knows how to do
he
it.
was just like, nah, I'm good right now, but you lay back, give me a second, let me just do this. I just want to see that you can do it, and I can make you do it. And I was just like, okay. And
Hell yes.
yeah, he made me squirt, and I was like, okay. And then after that, it just took a while for me to even get in the space and place. Even to this day, I still have my moments and times, especially with somewhere else, when I'm like, no. And so I will hold back intentionally, and I don't squirt a lot of times. And I've been in a lot of situations where I feel like I want to, but I don't. And I know that consciously. However, I've also had a few partners where it's just like, they know what to do. They hit the spots. They just have the right things, and it happens. And I don't mind letting it happen. Or even at some point, it's just like I can't help but to just let it happen. And then, of course, if I'm just playing with my own toys, then I can get it done. But that's myself, so that's fine.
Sometimes I like
should
to play myself
Yes.
and like
As you should.
hold it for as long as I possibly can, because I'm a fucking brat. I'm gonna make you work for
Build
it.
up.
You're going to make yourself work for it.
I could give it to you right now, but nah.
Build it
I'm
up.
building it up, and I don't want to give it to you until my body literally lets
I can't.
it
Like,
go.
I have to be tired. Like, I'm tapped. I have no choice. I am at your mercy now. Do whatever you please at this point. Like, the fountain is unleashed.
Yes. I'm
Have
done.
at
I'm done. I'm done. Use
Have
me.
at
Use me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think the key to squirting is hydration.
Yes.
Hydration. We're not joking when we tell you to drink water.
Water specifically, not just drinking liquor or wine or what juice. Water. It's key. Water is key. Like,
is.
for real.
It is.
That is huge.
Yes. It's water's good for you, man, and your pussy loves water.
I'm drinking it right
Your
now.
fucking pussy loves water. It does. So moisturize and hydrate and stay in your lane.
Water and coconut water. Okay.
Yeah, my water's down here. It's almost empty, actually. I've been doing a good job. But yes, hydrate. I And it's probably just a self-conscious thing. I don't know, but it's ritual at this point. I will go pee before we have any type of sexual encounter.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
care if it's 2:00 in the morning and you waking me up. Okay, we doing this, but you gonna let me go pee first.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna go empty what's
Same.
in there because I don't want did you just pee on me? Like, I don't.
And see, that's the thing. Like, I always pee before sex. So then while I'm during sex, if feel like I'm going to pee, I think, do I have to pee again?
Let it go.
And see, that's the thing.
Now, at that point, yes, you gotta let it go.
I'm such a tight ass. I know that it's me.
Let it go.
I know that it's me.
That's
And you guys, my husband for years has been like, relax. Mm-hmm. That man's just like, he's a saint. Relax. And I'm just like, I'm so uptight.
No.
Yeah.
First of
So-
all, you have to understand that, especially in a duo or partner situation of any sort, more than one bodies, the other body or bodies know what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah.
First of all.
Yeah.
So
Trust your partner.
right.
Yes.
So they very well may have this exact goal in mind. Like I said, my first time, he literally told me, lay back. I'm good right now. I want to make you do this. And I want to see if I can make you do this. That's what he told me. And I was comfortable enough. So I said, okay, fine, cool. Let's see if you can do it. So they know what they're doing. They're doing this for a reason. That is their end goal, to make you do it more than likely. So whatever mess will happen with that, at this point, they are taking full responsibility of
that.
what. Listen, you asked for this.
You told me to relax and let go.
Whatever comes out, it is your responsibility because you asked for it. You wanted it. I will give this to you if that is what you so choose.
We'll get it like
I will bless thee with thy title.
I'm really glad you said that, Lucy. That was very beautifully put because I think that also helps with the like squirt versus pee thing because you're right. I do think at the end of the day, the answer besides being hydrated is being relaxed.
Yes.
And trusting your partner and yes, you can trust your partner and not be relaxed. Yes, you can be relaxed and not trust your partner. It's got you got to have both those beautiful things.
that like magic mix.
where you can just take that deep breath and float away.
I would also like to say with this, as someone who has not like actually squirted, but like, you know, the squirt versus pee argument, I don't give a fuck.
So then why are you uptight?
No. I'm saying this whole argument,
Right.
I don't care.
Right.
like, I just want to do it.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't care if it's squirt or pee. Let's just go.
You just want to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But again,
But I know-
why
understand-
are you uptight? Because is your underlying not wanting to do it because of the self-conscious
Probably.
thoughts of the pee versus
Yes.
squat? Because the
Yes.
stigma behind is it peeing or is it squirting?
Yes.
So is that why you
probably
don't
so.
want to?
Probably so.
And that is to be unpacked because that is a thing. Because there, even though I can do it with stimulation, I can also stop myself
Yeah.
from
Yes.
doing it.
Yes.
Yes.
So if I don't want to squirt, I will. And there
Yeah.
are
Oh, yeah.
plenty of time, like literally so many. I could have squirted more times than the times that I don't squirt.
Oh,
Yes.
I'm sure.
Like I'm
yeah.
so
Me too.
and I'm pretty sure like people, if there's anyone watching this that I may have fucked, you may have made me want to squirt. I don't know, but like I literally will hold it in, and
That's for me later.
That is for me if I even let it out later.
Yeah.
Because I'm very big on a build up anyway. So
Yeah.
I'm good. I will let sexual tension and build up for like at least at the most maybe 2 years of like sexual tension and build up.
I think I have.
Like swear to God, I will build up
love
tension between someone.
I think I
and
have
myself.
some school child kindergarten peeing in my pants issues.
Maybe.
That's
you know what I
real.
mean?
That's real.
Yeah. No, look, I won't even pee in the ocean or the lake.
No, you won't. No.
My body won't let me do it.
So that is
So-
something that you have to sit with and unpack. And even okay, it might sound weird, but practice more sexual pleasure and achieving orgasms with or without your partner in your underwear.
In your underwear?
Yes.
Okay.
Don't take off your panties.
I mean, I can do that.
No, don't let him slide underneath. Let him do everything outwardly. Because at that point, you don't want to, because you have been mentally trained that it is a bad thing to do.
Yeah.
So let that orgasm, let that pleasure, let everything come.
Let the
while
wetness-
you're
let the wetness happen.
Let it happen
Yeah.
and feeling it in, because that's also a thing too. Sensation also makes people iffy about doing or not doing
Yes.
certain
Yes.
things.
Okay.
So if you feel weird even with the feeling of wet fabric against your private area of that sort, you may not want it anymore at that point. So then now you're turned off. So then you can't even get to a point of feeling an orgasm. So you damn sure can't reach a squirt because you are uncomfortable just with the feeling of wet fabric against your genitals. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
no, I get
that
it.
may too play a part of it. So get
Okay.
used to feeling wet sensation, wet pleasure, specifically wet pleasure against your body more and more and more.
I will try
then-
that.
and let go as much as possible every time.
I know that's my main issue.
And that's a big thing.
Yeah.
That is a thing.
So, dude, sometimes I am so built up that when I squirt, I also cry because it's
Oh, yeah.
just
Yeah. It's a lot.
as above, so below, man.
I mean,
I have that.
yeah.
Stop. I want that so bad.
Yeah. And it says it as above, so below.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what
I
do
think
you?
that's a really good idea, though, Lucy.
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
a good idea too. What do you think about the squirt versus pee? Or do you even care?
I don't care, and honestly, the way Lucy ordered it was way more beautiful than what the word combinations in my head could have been. That was very spot on. That was my
Yeah.
yes moment.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, I don't care because
It's
you
pleasure.
asking for it. You are telling me you want everything.
You want
I
all
am
of
giving
this.
it
I
to
am giving
you.
it to you. Yeah.
And I'm just going to put him on blast. Daddy Gusher is the first male partner that I've ever had that, like, when it happened, fucking celebrated it and was like, again. And for a long time, I would be like, I don't really want to have sex because I know we're going to, like, make a mess and I don't want to make a mess. And he's like, I don't care. Fuck these sheets. I don't care. Okay.
The fucking sheets.
Yeah.
That's what water is for.
I
At the
shared a-
very least, that's what water is for.
I shared a meme not too long ago that showed like a bed and it was like squirt stains, crumbs. And I was like, yeah.
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 Cat
Yeah.
hair.
Absolutely. Yeah. Called out. Yeah.
God damn it, me too. Jesus Christ. On a cross, 6
Yes.
pound baby Jesus.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Okay. So we talked about first time, squirt versus pee, types of squirters. A little bit on how I like your
Wait, no, we didn't really get into the types of squirters.
Whoa, yeah, okay, let's get into
Let's
it.
get into it.
Because, well, the porns make it seem like there's different types of squirters.
Yes.
In a real life, all I've seen is the more fluidy, watery, pee-like squirters. But the porns make it seem like there's creamy
gushers.
squirters. No, not even gushers, but the creamy squirters. You know what I mean? And that bothers me.
Yes.
I don't like that because first of all, I'm a Twinkie type of person. So if you're gonna do it, I better be doing that because you just made me a Twinkie and now I'm squirting. But I don't
Ooh.
like the false presentation that you're gonna
like
be a
glaze
creamy
and
squirter.
cream.
I've never met anyone to claim be a creamy squirter. Either they're cream.
It's okay.
I did it again. Either they're creamy or they're a squirter. They're not a creamy squirter.
Well, because
I've
that's a
never
different
met-
type of discharge.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
And that's why I've never met anyone because when I think
it's not the same substance.
If
Yeah.
I'm thinking it's doing all of that, I'm thinking real life, baby. Are you good?
Are you
Like,
okay?
in
You
a real
okay?
life?
Let's-
Because if
let's
you're
have a
creamy,
conversation.
you're
You need to-
pinning because
yeah.
even creamy, there's a level of creamy. After a certain level of creamy, it's not okay.
It's not okay. No.
And even with squirt, after a certain level of squirt, it's not okay. So no, that's a big thing. Because no, sometimes you think you're squirting and really you just need to go get a pap smear.
But I will say
It's true though.
that as far as like types of squirters, there are people that are gushers. There are people that are just a little sprinkle. There's different levels of that.
Like the trickle. What is it? What is they call it? The viscosity.
Yes.
Or the quantity.
The
I wonder,
viscosity of it. It's either thicker or it's a lot like running water. So the viscosity of
No, I'm
it.
talking more so of like the quantity and like the
Yes.
The amount.
the
Yes.
amount.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I do think that's something you can train for.
The amount.
Yes.
Really?
I think learning to like
harness the
Edge
ability
and-
to do it.
yeah.
Because
Like holding on and retain.
Yes.
Like semen
Like
retention.
edging.
Yes.
Yeah, edge it.
But
edging.
for us.
Yeah. Because I have gotten more throughout the years. So I think that I've learned how to let my body do
Generate.
that. Yeah. Honestly,
generate the
honestly,
wetness.
Here's the thing.
it is. It's a fucking thing. But
I kind of love that though.
there is a squirter. I think her name is Lola Jean. She holds a squirting competition,
Yes.
What?
I think I've
and
seen this.
she currently holds the record for the
the,
most
like,
volume in
Oh,
squirt.
squirt.
I've also seen the squirting competitions
How
where it's
much?
like length.
Length.
The
Yeah.
What?
Because
the
that's
shooting.
that's your
Who?
that's your muscles.
that's your muscle shooting.
Where can I buy a ticket?
Oh,
I don't know. I mean-
we can make that a slut
If
life trip.
y'all
Don't play with
know
me.
where to buy tickets for squirt
I mean, we can figure it out.
competitions, you
Or
better,
if you would like to
better
sponsor
send us the tickets. Send us the tickets. We need 3 at minimum VIP
Look,
tickets
I
for this because
am-
I'm sure, and I refuse to stand in the crowd.
I am
I'm
not
sure.
competing, but I will put my money on somebody.
I'm
Yeah.
not competing either.
I'll compete.
Yeah, she'll compete. I'll put
compete.
my money
You
on her.
compete?
I'll compete.
I will help this sponsorship. I'm here to cook all the meals and make sure everyone gets the TLC you need. I'm scheduling your appointments
You
for
feel like,
massages.
here's some grapes, baby.
Yes.
Yes.
Do you
With
need
beer.
coochie massages?
Do you need some water?
Here are your
Yeah.
coochie rubs, the labias, the outer labias, and the inner. There are outer and inner labias.
Yeah, correct.
And the inner labias, and the thighs, and the legs. And I'm.
Can I just say that? That is proper
it got
foreplay.
really
Do you know what
That
I
is
was
proper
thinking about?
foreplay.
I was just thinking about if you're a dude and you're listening and you want to figure out how to get laid, learn the parts of a woman's anatomy and do what Lucy just did.
Yeah.
Please
Don't
fuck,
just dive in.
No.
First of all, just learn the parts of a woman's
Just
anatomy.
do that.
That-
Just do
that
that.
alone
Yeah.
will help you significantly.
Learn which parts of her give her pleasure. Ask her.
Yeah.
Because whether or
Ask
not
her
y'all
to show
realize it,
you.
the clit is the only part on the human, male or female, it is the only part on the human anatomy that is made for actual pleasure. So both your penis and my actual vaginal canal is actually just made for reproductives.
Yes.
Your nipples are actually made for fuck all, and ours are actually made to sustain life. So the fact that ours are illegal and yours aren't is bullshit, but that's a
That-
different content for
That's
a
a
different
whole different
day.
conversation.
But regardless, this clit though has 8,000 nerve endings. The tip of your penis only has about 4,000 nerve endings. All of our anuses, male, female, or they, them, or others, have roughly 6,000 nerve endings, which is why, fellas, you will come harder from that anal orgasms than that is your penis orgasm. But you know, that's a comfortability issue. We
That's
can
also
talk about
another
it.
conversation.
Yes, different
Also,
conversation.
Anal orgasms.
Exactly. That's what I said. Next to the clit is going to be the anus because that's what we all share. But first and foremost, women get ours first because we literally have the piece made for fucking pleasure.
Yep.
Yes.
And then we all have a piece that receives pleasure. However, unfortunately for most men, because that is not a comfortability zone for most men, it is located for y'all in y'all prostate, for everyone in their anus. And then y'all's penises have some pleasure. So you're last at the barrel for doing all the dick that y'all be doing. And
That-
all the dick that y'all be doing for us to have top tier pleasure, and you still don't be making us come or squirt.
Yes. And this is why we're not faking orgasms anymore.
That
We're not.
Listen, my
You're
batteries
either
are
gonna-
also,
good.
I would like to say I have never done that in my life.
Yeah.
I bought batteries during COVID, and I still have some because, amen,
yeah.
they still work.
If
Yeah.
it ain't happening,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be like, I mean, better. We'll try again next time. It was still fun.
That part, like, can we normalize?
yes,
that
let's-
doesn't always have to be the goal.
Let's normalize that you can have a fun time having sex and not necessarily orgasm.
Yeah.
Okay,
can.
yes. No, you
can.
can. However, I think because we're in the day and age of knowledge, and those people that are venturing out for it, and the reasoning, especially if we're doing like these surveys and such, surveys are typically the people that care are doing it. And the people that are caring are doing it, and they're doing it because they're not receiving the maximum amount of pleasure that they feel like they can be
But you have to
receiving.
think about too. Also, some people are physically unable of orgasm, having an orgasm. Also, people that are on medications like SSRIs, it's harder for them to orgasm.
And
so
I mean, in
so
that
that's-
case, it does.
there are reasons why people can't orgasm.
there are reasons.
It
However,
doesn't mean that your pleasure's not valid.
no.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it just further begs the question of, because those people are taking part, it also just begs the question of what. And I mentioned this earlier when we were talking off camera, but like, what more can we do for these people to make sure? And if you've never been, I mentioned to them earlier about going to WEAM, the World Erotic Arts Museum in Miami. And when you first come in, they have a whole section that dedicates as to why they started the museum. And part of the reason is because there was a researcher back during, I believe, World War II, if I'm not mistaken, and he had a lab and he had studies that he was doing on sexuality and all of the things with gender and all these different things. So these things do matter
Yeah, they
into
matter.
understanding as to why. And I'm pretty sure this was part of his studies, people that were on medications that was affecting people's sexuality and ability to do things, because y'all motherfuckers want to keep burning shit down like it ain't important. It's fucking important. If we had the fucking Library of Alexandria, we would probably have so many answers to sexuality that we don't even understand now. And it's just like, those questions are those people submitting to surveys is still valid. And in certain surveys, I know they do ask, but I hope more surveys ask, like, are any of your responses medically prompted? Because that does help change the aspect. I was watching a segment before about how overseas there are places that do help people get services from sex workers, especially those people that have disabilities.
Disabilities, yeah.
And there's certain sex workers in other countries that specifically only
Absolutely.
service those people that are
Yep.
disabled, because they are still people.
Yeah,
They still
absolutely.
want to get their rocks
Yes.
off too.
And
I don't
this
care
is
how
why
much
sex
Salva
work is
proceeds.
important.
But also,
Like, they
yeah,
still
you're
deserve
a
it.
human. If you're human, but I think the main objective is not an orgasm. The main objective is pleasure.
Humanity.
Pleasure.
And I think that's part of humanity.
That's what I'm
too.
saying.
Like,
But I'm saying you can experience pleasure without having an orgasm.
okay.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yes.
You-
Yes.
The
Okay.
objective is not the
The
orgasm.
orgasm. It's the pleasure. The act of the pleasure.
Because
yes.
there are some
Yes,
people
okay.
that have a threshold for pleasure.
Yeah.
Do you know? And maybe a full orgasm isn't
that, yeah.
that, but it doesn't mean they can't experience pleasure.
Yeah, because for some people, an orgasm may be traumatic.
could be.
Yeah.
It could be. But also,
But
you
the
know,
pleasure
the pleasure is
is one
and
thing,
so
but actually
we had somebody
feeling it.
comment
Yeah,
one time.
that is true. You're right.
We had somebody comment one time on one of our posts, our Slut Life posts about, I think it was a she, and they said that they had never orgasmed, or they typically don't orgasm. And I remember that Buxom commented and said, "But are you having fun? And are you having pleasure?" And they said, I think they said yes, and we were both like, that's what matters.
Yeah.
What matters is that
Yeah.
you're experiencing pleasure and you're having fun. If the orgasm is not
If that's not the end goal,
that's
then
not
don't
the
make it
end
the
goal,
end goal.
then don't make it the end goal. And the same thing with squirting.
I was about to say,
You
this
know?
is a beautiful place to kind of
Yeah.
circle back and wrap
Yeah.
it up. That who cares if you
Who
squirt
can,
or not?
if you can squirt or not? Are you having fun and
cares?
are you experiencing pleasure? Because we all
Yeah.
deserve
That-
pleasure in whatever way you get it.
Yeah, we all deserve pleasure. Please have safe, sane, consensual
Fun.
sex and fun, and yeah.
Yep.
As
Anything-
it should be.
yeah.
Also, I would also like to say, as someone who has wanted to squirt for a long time, there are lots of resources out there, videos that you can watch. I think I have the whole Nina Hartley series on how to do things. She had several DVDs on
what's her
squirting.
name?
Nina Hartley.
Nina Hart.
Nina Hartley.
Will you send me the info?
Yeah. She's like old school 90s porn showing you how to squirt. Yeah.
She's like Dr. Ruth type.
No, but she's a hot blonde with her
Recipes,
tits
Dr.
out.
Ruth.
But she's an older woman. She's not older, she's like middle aged.
She's mature.
She's mature.
She's
a mature
I love the
blonde
mature.
with huge tits, wearing
okay. I
latex,
like 'em
teaching like
older.
fingering another woman, teaching you how to squirt. So I mean,
Do
you
you have
know,
her number?
yeah. I mean, she has a whole book series.
Can we book her?
Video
I will
series.
be her volunteer.
I think I also have the DVD on anal. Like
I'll be her
Nina
volunteer.
Hartley. Anyway, so I would just like to say, if anybody's out there and they want to do that, there are ways that you can work on this. If you have a partner that's willing to try it with you or try it yourself, there are books, there are DVDs. Don't feel ashamed to also seek out that resource.
Yes.
And don't feel ashamed if it takes you some time.
Yes.
Because getting comfortable with yourself is a process in and of itself.
Yes.
Agreed.
Think about the first time when you went through puberty, whether you male, female, they, them,
Let's
or
hope to
other.
God we don't have to do it again.
Right, but
Well,
I mean, we
go through
We do. We
cycles.
go through cycles.
Yeah.
But the very first time you went through puberty, that in of itself was a change and a challenge. So do not beat yourself up as an adult, especially as an adult, finding your pleasures and finding your sexualities. Do not beat yourself up for those things if it takes a little bit longer than those periods. That everyone's experiences are different, and just because someone's exposed to sexual experiences early doesn't mean those sexual experiences early was a great thing for them at first.
Absolutely,
It does
yeah.
not mean that. And it does not make that person greater or less than. It doesn't make you greater or less than because it takes a little bit longer. Take the time to really understand what's going on and to really appreciate what is going on. Don't feel like it
Don't
has
rush
to be a
into
certain-
it.
Yeah,
No,
do
you don't
not
have to rush into it.
You
Just
don't.
enjoy it.
Take your time. It's a process. And when it's a process and you really care, it's a process. You can't bake a cake in 2 minutes.
That's right.
Can't bake a cake in 2 minutes.
And you still got to perfect the recipe.
I mean,
Yeah,
I'm lying.
that-
You know what? Because you got a big, easy bake oven. But
no, we ain't- no.
No, I'm lying because I had an easy bake oven. Even with the
Oh,
easy bake
but-
oven, it at least takes 10 minutes.
Do you know
so
they
you
do
still
have-
can't bake a cake in fucking 2 minutes?
They do have the little things that you can put the milk in and put it in the microwave, and it's a little bit of cake.
I do.
We'll talk about that.
Yeah, Daddy Gusher's like time, y'all.
I know, like, I just saw the signal. I'm like,
He
okay,
did. Yeah,
we'll talk about
yeah,
that.
yeah.
We'll talk about that.
All right, so let's sign off. I am Buxom Gusher.
I am Lucy Risqué.
And I'm Ophelia Pop Tart.
Be loud.
Be proud.
Be a slut.
Yeah.